Hello everyone. I was working on a video that was an update to my coverage of the crowdfunding site Fig, but instead I got a little distracted because a fucking megaton of crowdfunding failure just burst on the scene and we've got to talk about it. So yeah, it stole my attention, but you're gonna find out that's the cheapest thing that they stole. So this was a hardware project for something called the PEACHY printer. It's basically a 3D printer that promised to be $100. And let me just tell you, I did not back this. And I honestly don't even know how the hell this thing works. But that shouldn't be an issue because it's not going to work anytime soon either. But the thing that separates this project from any other project that's failed is that they released this really strange video that details what went wrong with the project. I can't describe how strange it is in words, you really have to see it to believe it. And it's not like everyone knew that this project had failed. This video was the way that people found out the project had gone to shit. So I thought we could watch a little bit of it together and do a little critique. So let's take a look. Alright, now right off the bat, let me tell you guys, I did not alter this in any way. That dramatic music that's in the background, that's how they made the video.
The banks that you've got, 200 grand sitting in the bank that you can't touch.
$200 grand in security, yeah?
Can anyone understand what the hell he's saying? It sounds like a fucking moon landing.
Is that true?
No.
What happened with the PEACHY printer money?
Again, I did not doctor this video. Watch the original if you don't believe me. They are the ones who put that dramatic music in there. I mean, it's absurd, right? Who does that? Let me just tell you guys, a PEACHY printer, that is completely inappropriate. You don't need to add dramatic effects to your video. You have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars that people gave to you. Do you need to get more dramatic than that? This video should be informational, so cut the shit. Your backers are going to want information, that's it. They don't want to watch a Greek tragedy. Well, I mean, I do, but I'm not a backer.
That day on the phone, I found out that David Bowe, my business partner, had stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars of backers' money. David agreed to do an interview with us for the day that we would tell you about this massive problem. So now, I'd like to let David speak for his own actions.
Alright, so they're gonna have this guy do an on-camera confession. Which in itself is really strange. I mean, that's some information that I think we'd like to know, right? What's in it for him to confess to what could very likely be a crime?
Without further ado, what has happened, David?
Well, I'm sorry, but I went and spent approximately $250,000 of our Kickstarter money on building my house. It's something that I've done that I regret, and I'm sorry for doing it.
So what do you think I would have said if you had asked me if you could use this money even as a temporary solution? What do you think my answer would have been if you had asked me, or if you had let me know about this problem?
I think I know. This is going to sound... I know the answer, that's why I didn't ask, because you would have said no. And everyone knows it's wrong. I'm not trying to deny it. So
yeah,
it is wrong. It's not justifiable for me to do it. And so if I would have asked you, yeah, you would have said,
yeah,
go to hell.
Yeah.
Wait, back up one fucking minute. Am I the only one who detected a little bit of a smirk right there at the end? What the hell is that all about? And why is he coaching him the whole time? Just let the guy confess if he's done wrong.
I know the answer, that's why I didn't ask, because you would have said no. And everyone knows it's wrong. I'm not trying to deny it. So
yeah,
it is wrong. It's not justifiable for me to do it. And so if I would have asked you, yeah, you would have said,
yeah,
go to hell.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that guy can keep his composure. If it were me, that would be the first Kickstarter campaign to deliver a snuff film to the backers.
So Dave, if you could talk to the backers, what would you like to say to them?
First off, I would like to apologize to them. What I did was wrong. It has no bearing on what PEACHY Printer Company is. It was my decision and mine alone. It's hard, you lose a lot of trust that I've lost over this. It's a friendship that's jeopardized a lot of that for me, and it's a bad situation that I've put myself in, but I'll do my best to pull through, and we'll see PEACHY Printer survive and be a great company.
When I first found out about this problem, I was shocked and angry. And I know that you must feel the same way.
And when we meet in the octagon... Oh shit, sorry, wrong video.
As CEO of this company, I believe that it is my responsibility to make sure that you get answers.
Oh, phew, thank God, guys. Good thing we have a CEO who could ask questions and make difficult decisions after the project failed.
We launched our Kickstarter campaign before PEACHY Printer existed as a company.
Dude, PEACHY Printer is in the fucking title.
And that means that we didn't have a corporate bank account for the funds to arrive in. As a temporary solution, David set up his personal account to receive the funds and promised to hold them in trust until we had our corporate accounts set up.
You mean that in the 30 days that the campaign was live, even after you knew it was going to succeed, you didn't start the company? You didn't make a bank account? Would that have even made a difference? If you couldn't see that that was a bad idea in the first place, then how can we trust your judgment on anything else?
Because only David had access to his personal bank accounts, we couldn't see that David was spending the money.
Why would you put it in his personal bank account? Seriously, if I was the creator, I would make a business account and find the quickest way to get that money in there. Hell, just so I could see it. I'd print out the account balance and just hang it on the wall. Just to prove to myself we did it. Now let's get to work.
I have always wanted to tell you about this problem, simply because I believe you deserve to know. However, the timing of such a disclosure is of utmost importance. We have been working tirelessly over the last 18 months on multiple plans that we truly believe could have pulled us out of this situation.
Why didn't you go to the police?
Each one of those plans would have most certainly been jeopardized if we had talked about this publicly. A few weeks ago, when we pulled the plug on our most recent plan, we were all out of options.
Do you guys want to know what the plan was? They agreed on a repayment schedule with this apparent con man. Because yeah, you know, the guy, he's been so trustworthy and everything has gone according to plan, there's no way this plan could fail. Yeah, their solution was to make an agreement with a con man. And I know that they're going to say that they just wanted to keep the project alive and this seemed like the best way to do it. But don't think of the easiest option for you, go to the fucking cops! Let him arrange a repayment schedule that way. Now this Kickstarter project came from Canada and I know jack shit about Canada. But in the US, there is a way to get a criminal to repay for his financial crimes. It's called restitution. Are you telling me that Canada doesn't have something like that?
In this update, you will find a link to an executive summary of events, along with an evidence package containing things like phone call recordings, bank statements, and legal documents. We are approaching this issue with transparency, because after all, it is your money that has been spent.
As CEO, he should have gotten the authorities involved to protect his backers. When he doesn't, it looks like he's either being a candy ass with this guy, or he's got something to hide. And that could be the key. In a BBC report about this story, they said that the authorities in Canada have been involved since November. However, they are, quote, still waiting for more information from the company's owners.
We are approaching this issue with transparency.
Got anything to hide? Well, if it's such a clear case as we're led to believe, complete with the guy's confession, then there should be nothing to hide, right? They also go on to say, once they receive that information, the Crown Prosecutor will be consulted to determine if this is a criminal case. I think that's a huge problem. There might not be a crime here. After you enter into an agreement with a con artist, are you a victim anymore? I think that makes you an accomplice.
Mark my words. This is not over. We've taken a huge blow, but the fact still remains that we truly have created the world's first $100 3D printer. Those of you that risked your money on something that many said was impossible were right.
Doesn't that mean that they were wrong?
And that is a fact that no one can steal from this group of thousands of people. When thousands of good-hearted people from around the world come together over the internet to accomplish something amazing, and someone blatantly rips them off, how will we respond?
Alright, so they have this survey at the end, and it's just baffling. It basically has a poll with 3 options. The first is ask the crowdfunding community for donations towards a lawsuit against David with a GoFundMe campaign. Are these guys serious? Do they live in a fucking bubble? Next we have ask the crowdfunding community as a whole to make donations towards delivering your rewards with a GoFundMe campaign. Gee, now does that ending make sense?
When thousands of good-hearted people from around the world come together over the internet to accomplish something amazing.
Now, in an ideal world, that would be the perfect solution here. But really, think about it. They already got your money and look how that fucking turned out. This has actually happened in a few other campaigns like that Coolest Cooler. They ran out of money and then so they asked for more money to complete delivery. And I gotta say guys, have some fucking dignity. Maybe you're gonna lose your money if you don't contribute again? But do you guys want to double down on your risk? Do these guys deserve more of your money? Is crowdfunding a fucking magic lamp? I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I think crowdfunding is the source of their problem, not the solution. And the last solution, which they just kind of wave off, is just wait for Canada's criminal justice system to take action. Well, if there is a Canadian version of restitution to take the guy's house or something, then I say go with it. Any other ideas? I don't know, how about you fire the
CEO of this company?
Guys, I know that I'm putting a lot of blame on this guy and that may seem undeserved, but can you imagine a dumber fucking way to kill a Kickstarter project? Seriously, they went to crowdfunding to get money, and even though the campaign was successful, they still fucking failed to collect the money. Some people are saying the whole video is a scam, that this guy is in on it, and they might have a point there, and that's a perfect reason to get law enforcement involved. Even if they can't get the money back, maybe the authorities can find out what the fuck happened. Speaking of their updates, they wrote an update showing where all the money went, and I hope this is a typo, but it says they spent $398,000 on wages and expense reimbursements. And no, those expense reimbursements don't include operating expenses, supplies, and tools. I really feel for the backers, they're in a tough spot. Who are they supposed to believe now? Let's find out how the backers reacted to this news. As if that first video couldn't get even more bizarre, he made another one where he sits down with backers and tells them face to face. So sit down for the saddest reaction clips on YouTube.
I have a business partner, or had a business partner.
Okay.
And he stole $320,000 from the Kickstarter money. And it's gone. He built a house with it.
What?
And I didn't find out until a year into the campaign. And ever since then, I've been trying to piece this thing back together and get it back on its feet. And I don't know if that's possible right now.
That's real rough.
Yeah.
Ah, an instant classic that would make the Fine brothers proud.
For all they know, I'm a paid actor. Well, if I was a paid actor, I'd probably look better, but...
Join us for another episode of Inside the Kick Scammers Studio.
Like, what made him think he could do that?
As CEO of this company, I believe that it is my responsibility to make sure that you get answers. I want to be a little bit cautious about this, so I'll tell you what he told me.
What's your plan?
So
like, is there a way forward from this?
We don't know.
Oh, I'm kind of at a little bit of a loss for words. I mean, like, I've got $100 into it. It's the first like, $100 printer, so I mean, that sucks. But you've got a lot more riding on that, so it's got to suck a lot more.
Well, actually, no, you'd be wrong there.
Because after all, it is your money that has been spent.
You see, that's how crowdfunding works. It's your money which you basically donated to this project, and the project creators get to do whatever they want to do, including embezzling it. So you see, the creator never had to take out a bank loan or anything. You know, something that would actually have some accountability behind it. Because trust me, if a bank was involved, there would be fucking consequences. And you wouldn't need no fucking survey to do it. And with my previous videos about crowdfunding, I always try to give you guys a little bit of analysis and some helpful advice that you guys can, you know, use on future projects. But there's not a lot of analysis to do on a project like this. Really, any project can fall victim to a brain-dead creator. There's not really any way that the backers could defend themselves against this. I'm not even going to blame them for backing the world's first $100 3D printer. Because there's some incredible stuff on Kickstarter, it's still a good platform. When I backed the world's first $9 computer, I had almost no confidence in it. It was a total impulse purchase, I didn't care if I lost my money. And come on, a $9 computer? Look at these fucking hipsters, they can't make a $9 computer. But they did! I think they even delivered ahead of schedule. So there you go, these crazy projects do deliver. It's a total circus. Some of these projects you can't really predict what's going to happen. So, as always, be careful out there. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.